All right, so welcome to episode 2 of our podcast, our new podcast, Airboat Adventures Unfiltered. It's completely unfiltered out here, just us three having some fun, bringing on some guests as we can. But we got a new addition today because he wasn't here yesterday, so we're going to start with old Billy over here. So this is my dad, Billy. He became as a mate first, came on as a mate first. And then now he actually does something different, so we're going to let him explain what he does for Boggy Creek.
Hello, everybody. I'm Billy, of course. I'm the group sales and guest experience coordinator here at Boggy Creek. If you have a big group of 15 or more, you'll work with me. We'll get you set up on on our system. We'll hopefully give you a little bit of a discount there. When you get here, I'll meet you. We'll show you around the park. Make sure you get on the boats. Guest experience wise, I'll every so often I'll come down to the park here and I'll walk around. We have some little gators out here in the boat basin that I try to show everybody. At least those are some gators that everybody can see before you either go out on the boat or come back, because everybody knows wildlife is wildlife, so you never know what you see on the boats. But we got some of the best captains, so usually we find some pretty good stuff. So
yeah, I mean, you do a lot for the groups from the moment they come in through an email or through a call, all the way up till they're here. And like you said, you walk around, and we have these 3 little baby gators that have, we got 5 now. They've been hanging out for a long time. The 3 that have been here the longest, they keep going away and coming right back. So during your group experience planning, tell us a little bit about how that process goes for someone. Like if they're wanting to bring a group out here, where's their first step with you, and then kind of how does that process look all the way up until when they get here? So give us a little bit more in detail about that.
So, you can either call here at Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures, or you can email me at billy@bcairboats.com. We'll go over a little bit of stuff. I have a little info pack that I'll send you. It tells you some of the stuff that we offer. We do catering. We can do up to a certain amount. We can do a box lunch. We do buffets. But when you get here, when you contact me, we'll get you a quote. You say yay or nay, and then what you do is you'll of course pay your deposit, which is we require a 50% deposit, and then we require you to pay in advance, or the rest of it by a week before your tour. If you have a buffet or box lunch is 2 weeks before your tour. So once we get you in the system, you get here, we'll hand you some wristbands out that shows you what boats you're going on. We do, as they said yesterday, we can fit 15 on a boat. So if you have a group of 15, you'll be on your own boat. If you have more than 15, just depending on, how many you have, depending on how many more people can be on the other boat, or we can separate you according to family or however it needs to handle. But we try to show you a good experience. When you leave here, we want you to leave here happy.
All right. So Wayne, since we got Billy on here today, kind of give us your insight on what Billy provides to you.
Well, Billy provides with me just more opportunity for us to keep growing and more hours for these guys.
Right.
So it's important that we keep our guys busy while they're here. On here, and Billy coordinates with me when he has groups, so I can schedule properly and get enough captains here to cover those groups. Sometimes those groups could be 150 or more. Sometimes.
So we have a few of those coming up next month.
Oh wow.
Yeah, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, so to give you a little bit of perspective, I used to be the groups coordinator and the marketing guy, but when I was doing the groups, that we'd have groups of 100 or more. And it takes quite a bit of time to coordinate that, because you want to give the best experience. So I kind of know how that feels, and Billy does a great job of that. He gets to give them the catering to that they deserve. When I was doing the groups, I had the marketing on the other side too, so it's a lot of back and forth with both. But now Billy's able to really dive in, focus, give the best experience to these people coming into the park, and it's a lot. It's been better flowing since he's done it. So now groups come in, They have a great time. He's able to take the pictures for them, kind of be there with them when they're getting catered to, get them down to the boat dock, make sure nobody's left behind. And that's something we take, big pride in, is making sure every person that comes has a great experience. So if there's something that happens, we're always there to make sure. It's a very family-oriented place, like we said in the last episode.
Yep.
So we're always looking to, make sure people leave saying, wow, that was a fantastic adventure for the whole family. And something unique that they haven't done before, relaxing, and just a great experience. And there's so many times that we see on like Google reviews that people say, "Wow, this is the highlight of our vacation." So to hear that, how does that make you feel, Wayne? Someone that's been here for 25 years, how does it make you feel when you get a customer review that says this is the highlight of their Central Florida vacation?
It makes you feel really great about what you do and what we provide here for guests and their experience. And it just makes you feel good to find
Definitely.
out. When someone says, "Hey, we've been here for 10 days. This is the best thing we've done since we've been here."
I mean, it kind of speaks to your tours. It speaks that the captains are really giving a good tour. They're taking their time with each group, and showing them around and making sure that they do everything possible to show them wildlife. Yeah. Because unfortunately, it is wildlife. So we're not keeping them in captivity. They can go do whatever they want. So these captains have to work hard to find this stuff.
Yeah, and every ride's different, like we talked about yesterday. So some rides you see lots of wildlife, sometimes you don't. But just the airboat ride, if you never experienced just an airboat ride by itself, even if you didn't see the wildlife, that's as fun and exhilarating right there by itself.
It really is.
Dude,
it really is.
You'd go in places where other boats can't go. You're flying around, you're sliding. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Even for locals who've probably, been on airboats maybe before, if they haven't, or probably know about alligators. But something like this is still a lot of fun to do. Changes every ride, and it's not something you get to go out and do every day. So,
You'll be shocked,
most.
You'll be shocked, though, how many locals here never even been on
I
airboat.
know. It's crazy. You go around some of these local areas and they've never heard of it. So that's what we're doing here. This is one of the points of this podcast and the live streams that Captain Wayne does is to get this out there to you all, to share this experience, because it's something unique that, a lot of people do need to get out here and do. But hold on, before we get there, I wanted to get to you because you've been a mate before. And, we're going to get to the captains in the future. We want to do interviews with the captains. Sure. But we talked about George's time as a mate. And you started as a mate. So, Billy, when you were a mate, kind of give us your experience as a mate, maybe some memories that you made as a mate, and kind of the highlights of your time being a mate.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, the mate is out there to help the captain protect the passengers. We're there to help watch out for boats. If a captain needs, we're there to help, find the wildlife. I'll be honest with you, it's just calming. It's relaxing. I mean, if you're looking for a job that's a lot less stressful, that's a perfect job. I mean, you're out on the lake all day. You could take 4, 5, 6 rides. Busy season, you could take more than that. I mean, I think, busy season, there was one time I took 8, 9 rides. So
it's up there.
It can't, but like I said, I mean, it's a job that, I mean, like I said, there's no stress. I mean, you sort of, the captain's probably got some stress on them because, and Wade can attest to this, they got to try to find that wildlife.
Well, not only that, it's not just wildlife, is the captain's responsible for everybody on the board, including the mate.
Yeah. So, and how we talked yesterday, safety is super important.
Yeah, safety is number one, and we give safe rides. We have 100% safety record here.
Yeah,
and the Coast Guard, 100%.
Exactly, and we're always looking to do better at that too. But another thing on what you're talking about with like the job and what it is, I mean, the views that you get to see out here every single day. I mean, it doesn't feel like a job every single day because there's always something fun, to be able to find every day. And like our sunset tours are beautiful. To be able to go on those, even as the captain and mates, they're all the time getting a different view of the same of a different sunset, but like they're never the same. They're always different, and they're beautiful. The night tours, I haven't got to go on one myself, but they look awesome. We had the Halloween event, and people loved them. We did those quick glances at them. That was a lot of fun too. So there's just something unique about it all.
I got a question for Wayne here. So, Wayne, we're talking about how much of an experience this is here at Boggy Creek. So give us an example of how different it is here compared to the other attractions around Central Florida. You know, everybody comes for the mouse and everybody comes for the movies. You know, so what is the one or two things or three things that you can say, hey, when you come here, you don't have that there?
Right.
Good question.
You're not going to have the lines and the queues. To wait, you know, you might have to wait a little bit for an airboat ride, but it's so relaxing out here. Like, you can come out here in these Adirondacks chairs and just sit and just look at nature and just look around. You could walk around the park. We got other things to do. So it's not like it's a high pressure, fast paced place here. You know what I mean? So we're very relaxed, very positive place to be.
And that's, you know, that's super big there because like we talked about it a little bit yesterday, you know, the hustle and bustle. It's a lot. When you go to a theme park, you know, if you're there for 4 days, that's a lot. It's a lot of steps in, you know, chaos all around you. It's fun, right?
Yeah.
But this is something completely different. And we talked about this yesterday that, like, you know, you can go on your relaxed day and go to the pool, you know?
Sure.
But to be able to come out here and experience something that's still relaxing
Mm-hmm.
and thrilling at the same time, because it's unique, it's different, you're experiencing real Florida. You know, to be out in the water with the alligators is completely unique. You can go to different places and see them in captivity, which is great, unique. There's different ways to see them. You can watch shows and stuff. You can go on animatronic rides, and those are all unique in their own way.
Sure.
But to be able to come out here and experience real Florida, you're seeing bald eagles swooping down and catching prey. You're seeing alligators fighting alligators, you know, throwing alligator guards around, you know, chilling out in the sun, sunbathing. Like, that's real.
So we got a comment on.
Okay.
We got a couple comments here. Simple Man says, "Good folks, good morning, good morning." We also have a comment that says, "This makes me never want to go wherever you are." Wayne, what's your response to that?
So first of all, I want to say good morning to Simple Man because he's a follower and we support each other quite a bit. So good morning, Simple Man. I hope your day's just as good as ours. And then what was the other?
Says this makes me never want to go where you are.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, you can't get no more beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, you know. So,
I mean, I guess it's not for everyone, but to be out here in nature,
right,
and peace.
This is peaceful, fun. I don't know. I hear a lot of different opinions on that one.
Well, let me just add this. Okay, so this lake has a lot of alligators, right?
Yeah.
And we have our back to the water. Am I correct?
That's right.
So Wayne, are you afraid we're going to get attacked by alligators?
Not at all.
Thank you.
And not only that, but maybe I don't know what side they're coming from, whether it's because of alligators and being in the water with them, if that's what they're talking about, or if it's because they just don't like how, you know, peaceful it is out here, I guess. But, you know, either way, I mean, being out here and experiencing something, I mean, these are living dinosaurs, you know, so to be able to be in nature with something that's been around forever is unique. And to me, I'll take that experience any day, you know, over going and riding a roller coaster that you can ride anywhere. And then when it comes to being in the atmosphere that we're at, I mean, this is real Florida. This is what was here before any of us could even, you know, imagine it to be. So all the concrete in Orlando, you know, that's cool and all, but that's human made, you know. This right here, there's nothing like it. It's completely how it started.
Yeah, this is such a great place when you're at Disney and there are all the other parks and stuff. It's fun. I love going out there myself. But when you want to get away, this is a great place to get away from that and just relax, take an airboat ride, do some gym mining, eat some lunch,
take a walk.
I mean, I do a
Nature walk
job
out here.
I do a job that, you know, involves me having to travel, involves me having to sit at my computer, you know, involves me, you know, doing some other stuff. But my favorite part of my job is getting to kind of do this kind of stuff, getting on the boats to get content, working with the captains to get content. You know, that's probably my favorite part of the job. And to be able to come down here, and I'll come down here and sit outside on our Adirondack chairs like this and work on my computer, or come up to the front where everything's going on, because it's so fun. It just doesn't get old. Like, it's fun. I mean, we talked about this yesterday. You've been doing this for 25 years.
Yeah.
And you still have that excitement.
Oh yeah.
You know? So to have that spark in 25 years.
And what it is it's the guest experience will get you excited.
Guest experience.
So when you take a ride, and they get off the ride and they tell you how much fun they had on the ride and how they loved it, that's what makes you feel the best.
Yes.
You know,
It does.
It
does.
That's what it's all about.
I mean, and you get that on your side, and you know, my dad's taking over the groups and doing the groups. I mean, he's getting it on his side that like how smooth he's been able to give it to the groups.
Right.
You know, since he's taking it over, is just, you know, he's getting a lot of good feedback on that. You know, so people are having a great time when they're. I mean, before I let you go, we had the gym mining. You know, I've had corporate groups come out here and do gym mining.
Yeah.
And have a blast.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Corporate groups come out here. A bunch of adults, they'll sit at that gym mining, and you can tell that they're not stressing work. They're not stressing what's going outside. They're not in a crazy theme park that they're fighting traffic inside the theme park. They're able to just sit down as a team bonding, and just have fun doing something that, you know, we all have that little kid inside that we still want to have some fun. So, what you got there?
Well, just as me being on the mate side and then also on the group side, you know, once I get down there, you know, with groups, I'll come down there and I'll say, hey guys, you know, what kind of, you know, experience did you have? You have a good time. When everybody gets off of that and they's like, oh, this was awesome. You know, it's like, you know, that the captain has done his job. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know that I've ever had a group come off and say, you know, we didn't have fun. Yeah. I mean, even if you don't see wildlife, just like Captain Wayne said, I mean, the airboat's in itself. I mean, and Simple Man here says, everyone should try airboating at least once, then you will be hooked on it.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it's a completely different experience. And I'll let you talk on what you wanted to say there. But for me, like, as an airboat, I mean, it's completely different from any other boat. And so what was you going to say to that as well?
Oh, it's just, it's all about coming back to the experience. It's the same thing. You know, there's days that you come out here and everything is out. I mean, you're seeing alligators, snakes, turtles, bald eagles are catching fish in front of the boat. Otters are playing. And there's days out here that you have a rough time finding anything. It's just the way nature is.
And that's when you get to go through all the different, you know, areas on the boat. Have
absolutely.
Fun, you know.
But just the airboat, like Simple Man was saying, Simple Man knows Simple Man had airboat. So,
I mean, how many times do you see an airboat or a boat? Sorry, how many times do you see a normal boat just be able to come up on the land, or to go through four inches of water?
Yeah,
you know, how many other boats can do that? You know,
unless you have a hovercraft. You know, a hovercraft's the only other one I've ever seen drive on land before. I
mean, we're getting right up close to the edge of these farms where these cows are in the water. You're right up there, you know. You're right there. You're going in these little coves in these areas that, you know, most boats can't go to see alligators in the different spots, and wildlife, birds, whatever that may be. And we get up right alongside some of this stuff. You know, we get it right up in the vegetation in the water, so you can see the invasive snails and all that good stuff. Yeah. So
you hit a good point on the cows in the water. A lot of people don't know that. This lake is called Lake Tohopa Caliga. We call it Toho, but it's surrounded by cattle ranches.
Yep.
So these are private ranches that it's been ranching families for many, many years. And the cows come out and graze in the water. We're in dry season. Couldn't tell that from the other night, but we're realistically we are in dry season now. So when their pastures go dead, they come out into the water to feed. That's why you'll see those cows out there. When the rainy season starts, you don't see them as often.
I mean, how many times, because I know the few boats that I've been on, you know, when I can jump on when I get on one. But how many times have you noticed, and this for you too, when you get on an airboat and you go over there, as soon as people see cows, they almost get more excited that they see cows in the water than they see alligators.
Yes.
Because they just did not see that coming. It was completely unexpected.
It's like the last thing they ever thought they was going to see. They did not expect to see a cow on an airboat ride.
I'm going to be honest with you. As a mate on the boat, I think sometimes those cows are more photographed than alligators are.
I would doubt it.
I mean, seriously. People are just scared. And I've seen them all the way up to here in water before.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's so many times that, like, you know, I'm the director of sales and marketing. So when I get on there on social media accounts, I'll see people that made videos about it here. And a lot of times, one of the top parts of their videos is the cows in the water. You know?
We tell them that they're water buffalo sometimes just to get a laugh.
To throw them off, right?
Hey, but sometimes people believe us, which I think is hilarious too. So I love that.
Well, that's the good thing. Sometimes I believe anything, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, you see everything out here. I mean, there's wild hogs out here.
Yeah.
There's deer. We have deer out here that come up. I mean, you can be in an airboat and still see the deer running around.
Oh yeah, deer. I've seen
Armadillos,
coyotes.
yeah.
I've seen coyotes out here.
I've heard there's some panthers around, but
Yeah, there is panthers. I have seen panthers, but they're very, very rare. Yes, I have seen two.
wow.
Two panthers. Panthers move a lot.
Yeah.
So they don't
travel.
stay in one area. Just like a bear, their area of coverage is huge.
But I would say
So-
it's forest kind of area. So
Yeah.
I would say
But-
you have pretty places to hide. So
But Wayne, do you think in your time here, ever, as a mate, a captain, a Floridian, and knowing the tourists coming in, is there ever been a time that you've ever felt unsafe being out in this area?
No.
So we're surrounded by this, pristine beauty of a landscape
Yeah.
with all of these, phenomenal creatures around us.
Mm-mm.
And we're at such a spot where we are only taking up such a small portion.
Listen, if we ever feel unsafe before we do a tour, if there's weather increments or anything like that, we don't go. We go on delays. We have a lightning detection system, stuff like that lets us know if there's lightning within 10 miles. So our boats are aluminum, lightning. They're lightning magnets. So we don't go out if there's weather. If it's raining, we don't go out. We don't want people. We want the guest experience to have the best experience they can. If it's raining, they're not going to have their best experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they're going to be looking at the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
So explain to us a little bit, Wayne, about what happens when we do have a weather delay.
So when a weather delay happens, we'll go on a delay, and we update everybody on that delay on what's going on. It could be half an hour, it could be a couple hours even sometimes. And a lot of times we end up clearing up and we end up getting everybody back in order and getting everybody out. Sometimes people go and reschedule their tours.
And it's that Florida weather; it always changes.
In Florida, it can really, especially in the summer months. You get a storm pop up and be gone within 30-35 minutes.
Rains
Yeah.
daily in the summer, don't
Oh
it?
yeah.
But
Yeah,
speaking of storms, we're kind of in the calm before the storm.
Yes.
We talked about this
Yeah,
morning.
absolutely.
It's busy season and slow season. We have our different times, and we're at the edge of this slow season. It's kind of like a little wave. But talk about how the busy season, how it ramps up this time of year here in December, coming up on Christmas.
So right now it's the calm before the storm is what we all call it. And so the week of Christmas, the day after Christmas, it's going to get very busy here. And when I say very busy, everybody's going to be worked. You're going to say, where have all these people been? And then about the 5th of January, 6th of January, everybody's going, where did everybody go?
Yeah, and
So-
that's the crazy part about it.
Yeah,
You know?
everybody's coming to visit the family.
Yeah.
That's part of their Christmas gift is to come to Orlando
Yeah.
and to experience all the attractions while they're here. Family attractions,
Well,
and we're part of that.
Well,
so.
talking about, we'll get off topic a little bit here if that's okay with you, but kind of going to Halloween, we did something similar when we had the Halloween event,
Mhm.
and we had a lot of locals out here, had a lot of fun, something unique, and for the fact that people chose to do that for their Halloween night experience,
Yeah.
kind of speaks for itself of like how unique this can be out here.
Oh yeah.
Somebody chose on their Halloween time to come out here instead of go trick or treating, or to come out here instead of going to HHN on Halloween.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty cool. That's
Absolutely.
pretty cool. And so going into Christmas, we have all these opportunities to ramp up with the busy season and do some fun things. And I think they're working pretty hard right now. They're trying to get this gift shop kind of in place because we did have a fire out here.
We did.
Yeah.
It was
And,
awful.
And so before the fire, we had the gift shop and the restaurant inside the building.
Yeah.
So talk about kind of what we're looking for in the future.
Yeah. So in the future, we're getting when we had the fire, kind of set us back, and it was depressing and this and that. But we always look positive.
Yep.
And look at what's coming ahead, and we got a new general store is going to be coming in. Hopefully, be done by May or June of 26. So we're going to get that completed, And we got some other things coming up because that building there was restaurant,
Yeah,
right?
restaurant. Yeah.
So, but we got some new building coming in. We got a new restaurant going to be coming in that's going to facilitate, can be able to facilitate more guests and a quicker experience for them.
And that's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
And so to show you how family oriented we are and how small we are, but we love that close knit, group togetherness. It was just a few people here that were able to come together and
Right.
make the Halloween a success. We don't have 300 people in our company, but the people that were here, they busted their butts to make it happen and have success. And to not only that, but like we're going through this kind of adversity right now with what we dealt with the fire, and we have Billy over here has been working his butt off for the merchandise for this busy season and getting
Right.
the little building made up, and now we have George, who was with us yesterday, is up there putting up the plastic and they're out there hanging the Christmas decorations. So
Absolutely.
they're working hard. But how was your time working on the Halloween experience and building this gift shop that we got coming up? All of this, how has it been to do that on top of what you're doing?
Well, let's just say, and Logan, of course, knows that it was some long, hard hours. But in the end, and I don't know if Wayne agrees with me, but I think it was well worth it. I think it gave a lot of us some camaraderie, some social time to be with our fellow co-workers, where we get to know them a little better. It also, it got us to know some other people, the school up the street.
Yep.
We got some good relationships with them now.
Liberty High School.
Liberty High School, shout out. We've also got some good relationships with some people that, I think just showed up on Instagram, was wanting to volunteer to be a scare actor. So it just come out pretty good. The wall in here, I built the wall in here so we can hang some merchandise. The gift shop right now is out of a little trailer, a real small trailer. And I would say probably 50% of our merchandise, or maybe more, is in the storeroom and not out. Is that, you think that's correct, Wayne?
Yeah.
So, but here you go.
Just to get back to what Billy was just saying about the Halloween event, from that, we have gotten people that was actually volunteering for that event. They had such a good experience doing that. Now they want to work here.
Yeah.
So
and that was
which is wonderful.
And we have some more on that coming up soon, which is awesome that we have them coming. But we even had a stilt walker out here. We had a volunteer that jumped in and was on stilts.
Yeah.
We created a custom character with that, and that was a lot of fun. Shout out to Manny and them. That was awesome. But, kind of lost my thought. But I was kind of thinking of all the Christmas stuff we got going on too. But what I was going to talk about is I kind of took the mic away because it got a little loud back there, and I know it gets a little loud for you all on TikTok. So since it got a little loud, we probably lost you there. We want to give out a code, and Captain Wayne has this code for you all on TikTok to come out here and join us. So what's that code and what's that offer, Wayne?
So guys, when you go on to our website, that's bcairboats.com, and you're booking your airboat tour with us, if you put in that code BCTT10, that's BCTT10, that's going to give you a 10% discount on your experience here.
Awesome. And so let's get back into a little bit of the holiday season coming up. So, I wasn't here last year during that time, and neither was Billy. So just kind of tell us how that looks. We talked about how busy it gets and the calm before the storm, but just tell us a little bit more about how that kind of looks.
It can get very chaotic. A lot of fun. It's definitely very, very busy, very, very at that time. But it only lasts for about a week and a half.
Right.
And
So
it slows right back down again. But people here to visit their family and doing their Christmas vacation or whatever. So.
But it's a unique experience.
Oh yeah.
And it's a busy time during that time.
Yeah.
So what makes this a place to come and see that on this this trip down for people?
So.
Or even for locals to come and find something to do for the holiday.
So I think this time of year, from November to April, is like the best time to come see us. And then the Christmas time is perfect because if you get good weather and it's sunny out here, they're going to see a lot of stuff out there and it's going to really make it their experience because alligators right now are trying to find places to sunbathe. So that's the best time to come see them is when it's sunny and it's cooler. So,
And I don't know if this is true or not, if it's a little bit of exaggeration, but I mean, we even had a customer that was standing over here looking at the baby alligators one day, and we were talking to them, and they said that on their tour, it was a few days ago, it was a nice day, they had seen like 10 alligators out of there.
yeah,
It might be a little exaggerated, but
yeah.
for them to feel that way, you know, and to be able to have that experience this
Mhm.
time of year
Oh,
is
yeah.
really cool,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, this is like if you're a captain, guys, you're waiting for November to get here because that's when that's the best times to come. Now, if you're here in the summer months, the best times to come is in the evening times. So sunset, night tours will get real popular because the alligators are more active then. So
Right.
during those times.
You know, and we have another busy time, you know, and it comes up after this. It's busier for a longer stretch, obviously.
Mhm.
But during this time of year, how would you explain like the vibe and the atmosphere this time of year?
Hey, it's Christmas time, right? So everybody's happy. That's one thing about this place. When you work at a place like this, guys, as guests, when they come here, they don't come here in a bad mood.
Right.
They're here on vacation.
Coming to have fun.
They're coming to have fun. It's not like we're at a courthouse and you're
Yeah.
going through a divorce or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So can you imagine working
Oh,
there?
gosh, yeah.
Everybody's mad every day.
Yeah, I
You
think
have
that's
to deal
yeah.
with-
And that's something
Wow.
super unique about this place
Yeah.
is like we pretty much are coming to have fun. You
You're
know,
right.
we're coming to have fun with these people to
Mhm.
show them a good time. I
Right.
mean, I don't know about you, but it rarely feels like work to me because I know I love the job and I'm having fun, knowing that my goal is to get more people out here to experience how awesome this place is.
Right.
And to look over here, you know, we're sitting here at the park and to look over here and I'm seeing all of our workers just throwing Christmas decorations up and
Oh, yeah.
and laughing and having a good time. When I don't know about you, but I'm a little chilly right now. The sun kind of went away on us.
Yeah.
And whatever. But like people are still having fun. You
Yeah.
know? They'll come here and it's a little cool. We just had someone yesterday. They came and they were like, "Man, we didn't realize it was gonna be a little chilly when we got here."
Yeah.
But they still had a lot of fun. You
Yeah.
know, still had a lot of fun and got to experience something different.
Yeah. And you know what? It beats. You talking about chili.
Yeah.
When we talk to our guests, when they get here and say, "Hey, we just left, 50 inches of snow,
Yeah.
up in Minnesota or Canada," when we get these folks coming in, like we had some people yesterday, they were from Ontario, Northern Ontario. So, it's white on the ground up there right now.
So speaking of this time of year here in Florida, Wayne, when you take somebody out right now,
Mhm.
what are you advising them to bring for their ride?
Yeah.
Because we know it's a little chillier on the lake.
So you can expect that when you walk up and you book your tour, that when you feel how the temperature outside, drop the temperature about another 15 degrees on the water. The boats are moving 30, 35 miles an hour on average, sometimes 40. Just depends what the conditions are.
Yeah.
Um,
And I mean, we're looking at the temperature about right now is about 55, 56 out
Mhm.
here. So, I mean, with the 10 degrees lower, 10, 15
Oh,
degrees
yeah.
lower, it's about 65, but with that mark down, that's how cold it is.
Oh,
So, but getting into this, what is like your coldest airboat ride experience ever? You have one that was like, you went out there and you were just like, why did we do this?
about 20 years ago,
Is that when you learned that we have a cutoff?
we had a freeze here, and we took off, and I got over here in the water. The water was about probably 2.5 feet deep right there, and I didn't realize it at the time, but as I stopped the boat, I was talking to the people, and I'm covered up, looked like I'm on a snowmobile, and
In Central Florida.
and I'm hearing this noise, like a popping noise. So I'm like, what is that noise? I look down, and there's a sheet of ice all the way across the water.
Oh my gosh.
So that's very rare here, guys,
Yeah. So
in
what
Florida.
do you think that temperature would have had to have been then?
Oh, it was in the teens.
Oh my gosh!
It
In
was
Central
about
Florida.
It was about 18 degrees.
Jeez. I
back
mean, we
then
know now
in
it
the
gets
morning.
cold here. I mean, last year, just this last year, it was snowing up in, northern Florida.
They got 10 inches of snow in the Panhandle
Oh,
last year.
gosh. Yeah, that was
Which
wild.
is, which
That was
is,
wild.
I think it's record. It's
Just
unheard
seeing
of.
Pictures of the snow on the beach was, that was.
Yeah, snowing on the beach in Destin.
It was
Destin,
nuts.
Florida,
And you
snow.
got these palm trees and beach sand, and then
Yeah.
just snow. You couldn't tell where the sand on the beach ended and the snow started.
Yeah.
It was just all the same.
But that's so rare, guys. Like, I've seen it snow twice in my whole life in Florida, where we live,
Yeah.
and it doesn't stick. It's like more like sleet than snow.
So speaking on this time of year, speaking on the weather and all that good stuff about this time of year, the holidays, what is the busiest Christmas season you all have ever had? Tell me a little bit about that. What did that look like for you all?
I would have to say probably the busiest Christmas season. I'm gonna say it was 2022,
Right after COVID.
right after
After
COVID, when everybody was just all getting tired of all those masks they were having to wear, and everybody was cramped up, and everybody's, it seemed like it was like the busiest Christmas that I could remember. Listen, 25 years, after a while, every Christmas is busy.
Right.
So
Right.
after a while, it's just
Yeah, they did a great job.
if I had to guess, I would probably say 22,
Okay.
23.
Yeah. Right
Both
after
of them were
COVID.
busy, yeah.
So, yeah, because COVID, everybody wanted to get back out and see it. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
could imagine that was pretty busy.
Oh, yeah.
How many people do you think you ran through here in a day?
We were probably doing, if I had to guess, anywhere from 800 to 900 people
Wow.
a day. Then, if I had to guess, spring break is usually busier than even Christmas. Spring break, we were breaking 11,
It was in
1,200
thousands,
people.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
1,200 people. a
Yeah,
day.
I saw the reports back in
Yeah.
thousands. And we want to get close to that number as possible. So, use that code, BCTT10.
That's it.
Get that 10% off. Come check out the place. Have fun with this. But on top of the Christmas stuff, you all did a Christmas event out here. It was a few years ago.
Yes.
And it looked awesome. It looked
It was.
great. And we want to do that again in the coming years.
Mm-hmm.
We had our Halloween event this year, and we want to get to that. But kind of, how did that event happen? Like, what did that look like to you all?
Oh man, the Christmas event was just amazing that we did. It was really, really event. It drew a lot of people to come see us, and we had Santa Claus here, and they had like people singing Christmas carols, and it was just amazing.
It was called Jolly
and
Creek, right? Jolly
musicians. We had musicians that was
Creek.
singing. Yeah, it was Jolly Creek. Yep.
Yeah, it
and
looked
was,
great.
It was amazing.
It looked great.
Event. I never seen so much hot chocolate being sold in my life. We were making like 5-gallon jugs of hot chocolate, and they were going through this like crazy.
Oh my
We had
gosh.
5-gallon igloo containers full.
Well, and the thing is, like, so we kind of rushed and put the Halloween together this
Right.
year, and it turned out phenomenal. It beat my expectation, but we didn't have a lot of time to do it, and I thought we did pretty well. But we want to build on that next year. But same for the Christmas. We didn't have time to get anything going this year, but they are busting their butts to put some cool decorations up to make the place feel lively.
Oh, yeah.
One thing we took away from the Halloween event is the people love the music out here.
Oh, yeah.
So we always have music going around in the park now. It's a cool vibe. You're out here relaxing. You can go sit at the tiki bar, listen to some music. Right now we got the Christmas tunes playing, and it's just a nice vibe. But, we have these decorations, and, some of the stuff you can see behind the scenes is hilarious. Like, everybody sees, like, the beautiful decorations once they're done.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But they didn't see George over here putting this Christmas tree up with Ray. I mean,
Like, kudos to our team.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we
It's
have-
two people that threw that together
Yeah.
on that. And what was you going to say with the rest of that? Because you were on something there. I mean, the team, they work
Yeah,
hard.
just the buy-in of
Yeah.
everything from the Halloween event, from all the staff that put in the work. These two guys, amazing. Worked their butts
I
off.
appreciate that. But hey,
And,
it wouldn't have worked out without you all and your all support
Yeah.
and the owners, the new owners of the place that
Yeah.
have, put in the trust in us to make that happen.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we
One of the
can.
biggest supporters was.
Yeah, Wayne. Actually, me and Wayne, we started talking about it way in advance in like February about the Halloween event. And, I was piggybacking ideas off of him, and we had talked about some other places that did some similar stuff, and we wanted to kind of get similar to have our own unique twist. And then we just kept, as we got closer, we had the fire, so it kind of threw us off a little bit. But once we got kind of back on track, we came and put it together within a month and a half, and that's what we came up with all of our ideas. So, we sat down how many times and talked about what should we do, how should we make it, and so that's the goal for Christmas too for next year. But yeah, like you said, the camaraderie and the buy-in. I mean, for Halloween, it started with just like two of us going out there and building stuff, and as we progressed, we had about 3 or 4 jump in, and then when it came to the first day, I mean, the amount of workers that just jumped in and just took it full force and had fun with it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know where it was going to go.
Yeah.
And to see everyone jump in and have so much fun was just, that's what we're looking for. We want the customer experience to be awesome, but we want our employees to have a lot of fun too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we got a comment, so
All
we'll
right.
go to it real quick.
This one's going to be close to Wayne's heart. Southern Rays says need to do a Christmas light drive-through.
Yes, Southern Rays. Yes, I do agree with that. That would be amazing. Southern Rays is my beautiful wife, and we just did a Christmas light drive-through this past weekend, and what we could do with this place would hands down be just amazing. Just the what we have here, a lot of people don't have.
No,
All these
the
beautiful
opportunities, the location.
Yeah. The Christmas drive-through would be huge.
We're gonna work on it.
And listen, the place, I'm not going to mention the place that we went to, but they charged $45 a car.
Yeah.
And all they had was like frames of lights. So, but
I mean, just to put it in perspective, our Halloween event, we had a truck tour, an airboat ride, and a creepy walkthrough.
Right.
And it was for what, $40?
Yeah,
40, $50. That's all you had to pay, and you got to do all that. So for
people-
Christmas, you're right. There's so many opportunities, and I'm gonna get Wayne. We're gonna work on it. We're definitely gonna make it happen for next year.
$45 a car, and it was lined up down the road. People coming in.
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen next year, Wayne.
Yeah.
We gotta get on that. We got a lot of stuff coming up.
We need to start on stuff early.
Yeah, we're going to start on stuff early. So we already have ideas coming for Halloween for next year. We already have the ideas for Christmas that we wanted to do this year, just didn't have the time.
Right.
But we're going to work on getting a list of all that together and start getting it going.
Absolutely.
And have more of that kind of experience for people, because for the locals, that's something that, if you've rode on an airboat for, most of your life, you can still come out here to a place that's real Florida.
Right.
And get to experience something different there with an event, a fun event.
Absolutely.
We got anything else? Any other questions?
That's the only thing we got so far.
All right. Anything else for you?
No, I don't have anything else. If you guys in the Orlando area and you want to come see us, come look us up. Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures.
Right down here in Kissimmee, Florida.
Yep. BCAirboats.com.
What lake we on?
Lake Tehopekaliga. We call it Lake Toho.
Yep.
Use the code if you're booking your experience with us. It's BCTT10, BCTT10.
And you can use that for Christmas too. So anybody on there, on TikTok that plan on being in the Orlando area, this December.
Was that code good for all tours?
Good for all tours.
All tours, guys.
Only on Captain Wayne's TikTok you get that kind of deal.
Yeah.
All of our other discount codes you can get, they're specific to certain tours and they're limited. But this one with Captain Wayne, because we're wanting to build this and get this out there for you all, have a great experience. BCTT10, and you get 10% off of any ride that you'd like. If you want to go on a night tour, 10% off.
Yep. Absolutely.
So I don't have anything else for today's podcast episode. Do you have anything you'd like to talk about? I think it was a pretty good podcast for today.
Yeah.
And we got a lot more to get into, and we can sit here and talk all day.
That's it.
But we got some stuff we got to get to in the park here today.
Yep.
So I appreciate everybody on there watching. Anything you want to say to your TikTok people?
Hey, I just want to say I hope everybody has a great day and stay positive. That's
All
it.
right. Well, thank
right.
you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hope you join us for the next few episodes when we get to them. So look forward to those. We're going to be posting all these soon on YouTube and hopefully on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. So look out for all of that. But this was Airboat Adventures Unfiltered with Captain Wayne, Billy, our guest experience coordinator, and me, myself, Logan. So hope you tune in on the next one.
Yep.
All right. See you all.
Appreciate you guys.